daycare. Long time no vlog. I feel like every time I come back, I'm blonder. Do we like it? Everyone's a fan on Instagram. We love that external validation. I'm about to drop Bailey off at daycare because I'm going thrifting with Jayra. So we need to figure out what I'm gonna wear. And every single time I come into my closet, I'm reminded that my light broke literally months ago. And I never got it fixed, and we're about to move on to the next place, so it's fine. My most recent purchase, if you follow me on Instagram, you have already seen like literally everything, because I still post on there all the time. I just needed to take a little break from vlogging. Getting opinions from like other people all the time can be quite draining, so that is really why we needed this little hiatus. But I do love vlogging, and I'm just gonna vlog when I want to. This is the bag. So I got my mom a red bag. I got her the 2000 re-edition. This is the 2005, and this is the one that has the little pouch on it. And I got blue because I actually wear a lot of jeans, and I was like, what better bag color than a blue bag? I don't own a blue bag yet. So I was like, okay, we can make it cute. So I want to wear something that's easy to take off for clothes. I think dressing rooms are open. I didn't even think about that. Alexa, play I'm Upset. These jeans are now so tight, and it's so funny because when I...
Upset by Drake from Apple
Wait,
Music.
no. Alexa, stop. Anyways, totally forgot she's actually in my house. These jeans are really tight, and when I first got them, they were already kind of tight, but I was like, oh, it'll be fine, they're stretchy. This was when the gyms had just started reopening, and I literally lost like all of the muscle mass in my lower body, and now it's back, and we're bigger than ever, literally, and they are so tight. Like, first of all, please ignore the state of my apartment. I clean on Sundays, so I've been cleaning, which basically means it's just getting dirtier until I can like fully clean it. But yeah, they're just, I'm so upset. I mean, I only paid, I think these were like $12 on sale, but nonetheless, that's a no. So option number one, these jeans are from Shein. So like these with some sandals, because they've got like the ripped bottom there. Don't need any jokes in the comments about the holes in my pants. I also need to put my rings back on. I take them off every single time I lift, which is multiple times a week, and I always forget to put them back on. And here's option number two. So super baggy, would probably wear sneakers. Belt is Shein, denim, pants are Shein as well. I've had this belt for years. It's actually kind of crazy. The leather is starting to fall apart, but we don't care here in this household, as you can tell. I don't know if I like it. I think it might be a little bit too baggy for my taste. I feel like I would have to tie the top, and that would interfere with the bag. I don't know. We'll see. Well, you'll see. I don't know where this map thinks it's taking me. We're trying to go to Ragorama right now, which is in Little 5, I think. So that place was super cute. We're going to pick up Jayra now. I'm definitely gonna go back sometime. They had a lot of stuff. I just don't necessarily need anything specifically, so that's the type of store I would just go into to see what they have. I always have random cuts all over my hand. And this man at this gas station has been staring at me the entire time I've been sitting here, and I don't know why, because he's standing next to his girlfriend, so I'm confused. But that's none of my business. freeze. Oh my god. We're in the changing room. I picked up lots of stuff. We got some pants, and a dress or romper, and a shirt. This is all Buffalo Exchange. So, let's see. So they're like capris, but they are a little bit big. Other than that though, I do like them. I'm not gonna get them though because I don't have a belt, but if I did, I feel like this looks really good. These are also too big. I just have issues with my waist. Because it's just, there's too much fabric down here. But nice. And I don't really have any navy. There's the shirt. And collar. Ironically, I hate this. I feel like a clown. I don't know. There's just too much fabric here. We are back home. It is 4:30. We have retrieved my son. Say hi. The people haven't seen you in a while. Say hello. I'm about to turn 1. So we went to that furniture store. Wait, I thought I just had the bag with me. Am I losing my mind? So we went to the furniture store. We went to Goodwill. Buffalo Exchange is what had the most stuff, and then I went to Ragorama, but honestly, Buffalo Exchange in Ponce had way more stuff than that one in Little 5, so I would definitely recommend checking out that. Obviously, the stock's a little bit different, but if you are looking for, I guess, like, higher quality stuff, you'll definitely find it at Buffalo Exchange, which I think everyone knows, because if you've ever sold something to Buffalo Exchange, they are so picky with the stuff that they will accept. I just like to get stuff that I can't find anywhere else, or that I want, but is really expensive somewhere else. So I just got random things. This is from Buffalo Exchange. This one was $13. It's just a men's t-shirt. I get a lot of men's t-shirts, but I don't have any long sleeves. So I was trying to think about the weather because it gets really, really, really hot here, and I feel like the summer is gonna be insane this year. So I got this more so because I've started wearing long sleeves again when I work out at the gym, and I think I'm gonna crop it too. I think I'm gonna crop it right underneath this globe thing. I have no idea what Untamed is, so if anybody knows, feel free to let me know. I just thought, excuse me, it was super cute. This was $19.50, kind of expensive, but very like trendy, funny t-shirt. I had myself a good chuckle at this one, so it would just honestly be a disservice to myself and everyone else around me if I didn't buy this t-shirt. And then I had to get this. There's nothing special about this t-shirt besides how soft and stretchy it is. I almost bought this in another color too, but I was like, just get this one. It's like an olive-ish gray, super loose, reminds me a lot of the Brandy Melville material that they use. This is $14, so nothing crazy. Definitely more expensive than Goodwill and all those places, but it's gonna last me a lot longer and I don't have to remix it. I find myself cropping, cutting, remixing clothes whenever I go thrifting, and that's how I know I probably shouldn't have bought it. This I loved. This was from Goodwill. This was $7, and it is this corduroy dress shirt, like oversized dress shirt. As you can see, I'm wearing one right now. I'm really into them right now because you can make them like classy or casual, and I'm not someone who likes to wear jackets too much. I own a lot of jackets, but I found that in Georgia, the temperature is just so random, much like Maryland, except it's 10 degrees hotter at all times, except for the past week where I don't know what was going on. Nonetheless, I'm more so into layering, and I find that if I'm wearing a jacket, I'm not gonna layer as much, so I like to just do like shirts. Love the material, really pretty raspberry color, looking very nice with the blonde right now. We're all here for it. This was $18.50. It's just a button-up cropped polo. So I feel like I always find shirts like this, but they're not crops, and I have to crop them myself. So the fact that it was already cropped, you guys saw this one on in the store. I thought it looked really cute. The material is so, so nice. And it fit the way I wanted it to on the on the sleeves, which is something that I usually have issues with because I have very broad shoulders. So I was a big fan of this one. These are actually from Urban Outfitters. They're in a size 2 and they were $16. So I don't own a lot of navy, like I said. I think I've always just kind of stayed away from it because it doesn't really do too much for my skin tone, but I thought these were really nice and they fit. Like, when I find pants that fit, like flowy pants like these, I just have to get them. And I always look at brands whenever I'm shopping. Kind of helps me justify the price if the quality isn't like super crazy, but it's a higher end brand. I know at least it's gonna last a little bit longer.
Hello, puppy. Hello.
Hello. I have spent the past 30 minutes just looking at my stocks and seeing if I wanted to throw in some more money to anything, but everything is pretty green, so that's always nice. Bailey just ate his breakfast and he's yet again acting like he is starving, so we love that for me. We're gonna have some coffee. I just ordered some matcha latte powder that also has, I guess, some microdosed shrooms in it. I didn't really read it because I didn't realize that they were even in it until I ordered it. So I was like, oh, okay. So we'll check that out whenever that comes in this week. Because I've been wanting to cut back on coffee. I don't have coffee every day anyways, especially because I'm just an anxious person. It doesn't help. But we're gonna have it today because I'm feeling good and I'm feeling a little bit tired. I feel awake, but like this would help, I can tell.
Thought you'd call, but you didn't, so I'm sitting here. Thought I heard my phone ring, but it disappeared. Guess I'm just losing my mind again. I tell myself to breathe.
I just got back from dropping Bailey off at daycare, so I am having my pre-workout meal, which is just some oatmeal. I'm just having 2 packets, and I'm actually using water. So normally I would use almond milk, which would add some more calories, but I'm actually almost out, which means I need to make an Amazon Fresh order, and that's definitely not going to be here tomorrow morning, and I will need almond milk. So we're just using water. So this is just 320 calories, and then we're going to have my creatine. You guys know I swear by creatine. I've been using this one. I don't think I've ever used another brand of creatine because these last me forever. And the only ingredient is creatine monohydrate. So that is my recommendation if you ever get any. You don't need to get anything else in here. Creatine should be between like $10 and $30 depending on the size that you get. This one has 60 servings and I think I spent $12 on this. So it's one of the cheapest supplements you could possibly get. And then, drum roll please, for today's sponsor, we're having a Built Bar. Hear me out. This is the best protein bar I have ever had, just based on consistency. You all know if you've had a protein bar before, it doesn't matter how good it tastes, if the consistency is gross, you cannot consume the bar. I have not found a protein bar that I genuinely liked until this one that had a consistency that did not make me want to throw up. So, 10 out of 10. Today we're gonna try the cookies and cream. When I open this bar, you're gonna be so confused. It is like, let's just do it now. I was gonna eat my oatmeal first, but let's just start with dessert. First of all, this is gluten-free, 2.5 fat, 18 carb, 17 protein, only 4 grams of sugar. Absolutely unheard of. Only 130 calories. So these are some of the lowest calorie bars I've ever found. They recommend too, if you want to make it like a dessert, you can warm it up in the microwave and add some salt to make it like a sweet and salty type of thing, if that's your jam. So I'm gonna break this apart so you can see. It's like a Milky Way bar. Like, it's like moussey It's like a moussey caramel consistency. I tried this yesterday with Jayra in the car. We got I think it was their apple pie one, I think it was. So good. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really taste the apple that much. It just tasted like a chocolate bar. But I couldn't complain because I don't even really like chocolate that much. And I ate that bar so quickly. But this one's cookies and cream. I love it. You hear that? ASMR. It is like a Milky Way bar. It's so weird. Like, I've never found one that is not grainy and that isn't, I don't know, you guys have tried protein bars before. They all have that same weird consistency where you're like, how was this made? Was this even in this? We're not here for it. None of us are here for it. So I absolutely love these. These do have whey protein. And I did not have to go to the bathroom, TMI. I did not get like the stomach bubbles issue because I have not had whey in years because it always upset my stomach. And it's really just because brands use super cheap whey, or they add so many fillers, or they take certain parts of it out and then it's not really the natural composite anymore, and it just tends not to digest very easily. So I was honestly shocked that I liked these and they did not react badly with my body, because I am pretty allergic to like milk and dairy products. They've got like an orange one, they have a bunch of fruit ones, they have 9 ones with nuts and 9 without. I'm impressed. Thank you to them for sponsoring this video because I actually love the bars and we're all here for it. So I'll link everything down below. If there's anything on the screen information wise, check it out. Otherwise, I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna eat my oatmeal and then we're gonna go to the gym. We are headed to retrieve my son. The gym was great. I literally just did deadlifts and then I benched. I basically just did my programming for this week without the accessories, so it was insanely boring. I did record the deadlifts though, I just did it on my phone, which you guys would have seen. But basically, I'm just following my program, Project Body Accelerator. It's actually just called the Body Accelerator. It's like a weight gain power building program. I have an entire video talking about it.
I'm so forward when I miss you, act so foreign, yeah, you're not cute. Yeah, I thought I'm never gonna ever wreck you, and I promise never gonna ever test you.
It is 2:30, we dropped off Bailey, and now we're at Ashley Home Store. So I'm currently looking for a couch, and basically anything that you order online is back ordered for months, and I just don't really want to wait. And I've heard that if you order online from Ashley Furniture, it's always more expensive than if you buy it in the store. I also heard that a lot of people have been able to kind of bargain their way into a deal when shopping at Ashley Furniture. So I was like, this sounds like my place. So we are looking for the Sevesto sectional, I think it's called. Obviously I'm not buying anything today, but I just want to see what the prices are, and I also want to like touch and sit on all the couches because I've been looking at Wayfair because they're so much cheaper. But right now I'm just in between trying to figure out whether or not I want to get a couch that's gonna last me a long time, or if I just want to get a couch that is cheaper and like colorful or something like that.
Thought you'd call, but you didn't, so I'm sitting here. Thought I heard my phone ring, but it disappeared.
This one is super comfortable. And I didn't even see this one online. I don't want to get this because of Bailey. Let's see. I'm going for a couch that probably gonna be around 100 to 120. I don't think I can get away bigger than that with the way that I want to lay out my apartment, but we'll have to see. Oh, I think this is the one that I came to look at. No, it's not. This one's cute though.
I tell myself to breathe in, but the darkness I can see the end. And Abandoned spine has got me thinking. Sick and tired of feeling. So sick and tired of dreaming. 'Cause I always wake up.
I think this is the biggest furniture store that I've actually ever been in. They've got so much stuff. So many recliners too, in this faux leather. This is the softest couch, and you can actually remove the covers. But I love that big chair. But it's like the perfect depth and everything. It was such a success. The amount of stress, honestly, that I've been putting myself through looking at couches online, I would not recommend. Although people are good, you know, on YouTube and everything like that, everyone has a very different taste. So I like fell in love with the way that the I can't remember what they're called, but it's the couches that have the feathers on the inside. It's like a down comforter basically, but in the form of a couch. And they're like the cloud couch, is that like that Restoration Hardware, like $10,000 couch or whatever ridiculous price it is. Because they just look so comfy, not comfortable at all. I literally sat down and it felt like I was sitting down on like a frame. And obviously, you know, everybody has been sitting on the couch. It's one of those couches where you have to fluff the cushions anyways, but I was not impressed, and they're so expensive. So Ashley is definitely on the lower end for furniture wise for in-person furniture stores when it comes to the big stores, but their quality is still pretty good. Like, you get what you pay for, and that one was a little bit pricey. So I just thought that was so funny that I didn't like it at all, because I was so convinced by the reviews that I would love it that I was like ready to just purchase one online, and I would have been so disappointed. And I don't like fluffing pillows. I'm never ever gonna. We are about to go to the East Palisades Trail. This is a trail I've been taking Bailey on because in general, the trail is huge. Like, it's actually kind of ridiculous, but it's a little bit easier to maneuver, so I like to take him there. So I'm wearing my Bowen tee. This actually isn't a set. This is from Down to the Core, and then this is from their Beyond Zero or Below Zero range. So I have this in a medium. I love it. I actually have all the sports bras in a medium, and I feel like it just works better because I've just got pretty big lats, and it gives me some space. It also has a lot of padding in it. My boobs are not this big. That's a lie. And then these are the leggings. I could have gotten extra small because, as you can see, there's like a little bit of extra fabric here, but we're still growing, so I was like, it's fine. But their stuff is like crazy stretchy, but as you can see, there's like a little bit of extra there. So I haven't worn these to the gym, but I do like to wear them on hikes and if I'm just like going out to the dog park or something like that. All right, we are like 5 seconds away from pulling into the lot. The good thing about coming on a weekday is that while there's people here, first of all, it's really early. It's like 10:30, so I'm hoping it'll actually be even more empty than usual, but we shall see. But when you come on the weekend, it is an absolute nightmare. You basically have to park in the neighborhood, and the neighbors have clearly caught on because most of them have signs in their grass saying don't park in front of my house. For good reason. They're like these huge mansions, like beautiful homes. They definitely paid for quiet and privacy and not people parking right in front of their house. So I completely get it. But I'll show you guys how small the parking lot is, and you'll catch on as to why this is a mess. Apparently they used to let you park up on like the sides of the road, but now they have these giant boulders. So I don't know why they changed that, but there's only 2 parking lots for this trail, and it's one of the most popular ones in Atlanta because we're still inside the perimeter, I believe. Yeah, we're still inside the perimeter, so I don't know.
'Cause it always comes back again, and I'm not even gonna pretend that it's okay. Constantly putting bad thoughts on replay. I really don't like living life this way, but I know that these things will never change. Tell myself to breathe in, but the darkness sun gets deep in, and this mind has got me so sick and tired of doing that.
So we stopped at this really peaceful spot with just the rushing water. I think this is the Chattahoochee River, I'm pretty sure. It's funny because in Georgia, clearly like the Native Americans, I mean, they had the whole country, let's be honest here, but clearly they had a lot of settlements. Is that the right word? You know what I'm trying to say. They had a lot of spots that were theirs and are now named after their tribes. Where was I going with this? Fun fact that I don't know if it's true or not. But this is basically like the dead end before you have to go uphill. So the majority of the trail is uphill. All right, we have located some water he can kind of drink. I'm not wearing the right shoes for this. My little adventure buddy.